Hello and welcome to the Daily Brown Bag. Today we're going to be talking about embedded social media posts. I'm Chad Hill and I'm joined by Adam Stetzer.
Yeah, good morning, Chad. So embedded social media, wow, that's a mouthful. So talking about tweets and pluses and likes and Facebook on Twitter, on Google Plus, this stuff can be so confusing. But I mean, we talk about all the time in our video blog series and in our forum with our resellers, the role that social media has in creating engagement around your content. It's really indispensable now for content marketing. With Google Hummingbird just being released in the last month, we suspect there's greater signals around social, and we know there's a greater push to being useful in answering questions. Social media, once again, plays a role there. And if you're still not bought into why should I care, I mean, just listen to some of these stats. 2.5 billion pieces of content are shared on Facebook every day. We have over 400 million tweets every day. And I think the engagement stats are also quite impressive. 76% of Twitter users are now actively tweeting. That's up from about 46% in 2010. So even though the overall numbers of people on these platforms is still growing, and Facebook is still the favorite, by the way, what's more interesting is that their daily routine is now getting more and more engagement, and they're actually there and sharing it. It's real. It's really happening. So I think where small businesses struggle, and I know a lot of our internet marketing resellers struggle, is, yeah, but help me get practical with this. I hear what you're saying. I believe the stats, but what can I do? And now I've got this other thing, embedded social media. Let's help them out. What can they do with this?
Yeah, well, first of all, let's talk about what is embedding a tweet and a Facebook post or even a G Plus post. So people have probably seen this and not really understood what it was. And now you'll often see in many blogs today that as you're reading down the blog, there will be a nice little formatted tweet that the blog is referencing. So usually it's used to sort of cite a resource in the area. It might be a story about the latest changes to Google and have a Matt Cutts tweet there that people are referencing. And so the way this works is, again, some people thought maybe this is just a screenshot or someone's taken the effort to make this look nice. It actually isn't. What you can do is you can go into Twitter, and on the right-hand side there's a More link by each tweet, and one of the options when you click More is Embed Tweet. It gives you a nice little snippet of HTML, you drop it in your blog, and you get this nice formatted message. So that was initially rolled out by Twitter, and then most recently Facebook, Pinterest, and Google Plus rolled out something similar so that you can take that content and embed it in a blog post. So now that we've defined what it is, let's talk about why this matters. If there was a study done by HubSpot that said that basically people that blog 15 or more times a month get 5 times the traffic to their website that people that don't blog at all. So this ties in because now you can sort of connect the social media activities you're doing and taking relevant, interesting things trending in social media, grab some of that content and bring it over to your blog to discuss it in a more in-depth fashion. So that's really what this is, Adam, and it's definitely yet another way of doing great content marketing. It's another source for pulling in interesting facts.
Okay, so at its most basic level, Chad, the embedded tweet, what you're saying is those things that kind of look like, to the untrained eye, just a screenshot, and somebody took the time to screenshot a tweet and make a graphic out of it. There's basically a shortcut that now all the social media platforms offer that you should be using regularly that makes it even easier. And that's a great little social media blogging tip that everyone should listen to. But I think it's probably confusing because it seems a little bit like cart in front of the horse, because I think most people believe, well, I should blog first, create my content, then go to Twitter and the other social media platforms, and that's where I'm going to get the engagement. But here you're saying, as I'm creating that content, I should go pick up the snippet code. So I think it's interesting because it shows there's sort of an interplay, and you want to let people move seamlessly between your content and your social media presence, and even reference other people as a resource that'll make your content overall stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really, I think in this day and age, when you're looking for interesting content to create, sometimes you initiate the idea and you want to start with the idea and go create a blog post around that and then try to generate the social interest for it. And maybe later on you can even come back and update your blog post with some of the social media that happened around it. But it also can happen the other way, where you take an idea that's trending in social media and decide to discuss it in a more in-depth fashion. So it really can work either way. I think the main point is that it's just an opportunity to connect these two, the social world to your website content and blogging.
Right, and I think aesthetically it looks really cool. I've seen it. I always think it's a sign of credibility. It's also a sign that people are connected and talking about what's hot, because this is, the day and age of where things are trending on Twitter. They get discussed even at CNN and other major news outlets. So we'd like to hear your stories. Are you using this? Is this video helpful? Go try an embedded tweet. Tell us about it, and please subscribe to our videos.